Hey, 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 everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Tip Tuesday. I'm Katie. I'm a new face on Tip Tuesday, but not a new face to the channel. So hopefully you guys are pretty familiar with me now. And of course, you know Ryan with Your Best Mortgage. Hello, Ryan.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Of course, a pleasure as always. So let's dive right into it, Ryan, because this is top of mind. We are having a lot of conversations about real estate homeowner scams and what homeowners need to really be aware of out there. Now, the first couple of scams that I would like to chat about for this episode anyway have more to do with like foreclosure, short sale, loan modification type situations. And we saw a lot of these back in the day, didn't we?
We did. Yes. Gosh, I'm so glad we're taking a deep dive into these because, we live in a day and age where there's just a lot of hackers out there and they're constantly finding ways to take advantage of current homeowners. And yeah, these are big ones. And especially the foreclosure rescue scams and phantom help scams. But we had these back in like 2008, 2009, and they're prevalent again, really. And they target, homeowners who've fallen behind on payments, and they have ways of really finding these distressed properties. And what they'll do is they'll call you directly, they'll offer to pay your home current and help save the property. And one thing they do is offer phantom help. That's really when they kind of just request a fee in order to prevent your home from foreclosing. They'll collect the money, but they won't do anything. And the home just falls behind and the home forecloses. But also, worst of all, sometimes outside of just these phantom helps, they could really try to transfer the deed of the property into their name and try to lease it back to you. Yeah, we saw that back in the day as well. And those have become more prevalent too.
Yeah, crazy stuff. And some red flags to look out for, from my experience is when somebody that is trying to help you tells you to stop talking to your bank.
Yes. And that's exactly what you need to be doing. If they say, hey, stop talking to your current lender, that's a big red flag. Because in reality, that's the only one you should be talking to. Because your current lender will be the one who could maybe help you out, put you in a modification or forbearance and really go over all your options to get you back current on your mortgage.
Totally agree. Now, so you have started seeing some of these companies start to come out of the woodwork again in terms of loan modification helpers. You're starting to see that in the market these days?
Yeah, really. Like we mentioned, the third scam, the modifications, really. So similar to the foreclosures, the modification scammers, they really target homeowners who are the most vulnerable, the ones that are struggling, that need help with their mortgage payments and are desperate for help. So that they pose as, home housing counselors, lawyers a lot of the time as well. And even government promising to really lower your payment or even pausing your payment like a forbearance. And so what they'll typically have you do is, and as we discussed, like they'll do this phantom help where they'll have you pay fees as a consultant, but they don't really do any work. There's some companies out there that do work, but there's a lot of scammers who pretend to do work, and then you'll keep falling behind on your mortgage as they're not really doing anything and just collecting money. So, again, the big red flag to look for is they say, hey, don't talk to your current lender. We'll be the go-to, we'll be the intermediary, the third party, and do all the hard work for you. That's exactly what you should be doing. You should be talking to your current lender, and that should be the only one that you should be calling to go over your options. Because there's a lot out there. There's modifications, forbearances, you could pause payments for a little while. They understand things happen. You could lose a job, that there's these significant life events that could cause you to go behind, and they want to help you out. They want you to get back on your feet and pay your home on time, and they'll go through all the options. So yeah, that's what you need to do. Just a summary of all this is really go to your current mortgage lender if you're having these troubles.
Absolutely. Huge red flag if somebody tells you not to. Huge red flag if somebody wants to accept payment upfront before they do anything for you. And, honestly, Ryan, you and I, we've been around the bend quite a bit, quite a long time. And we've had a lot of these conversations with our clients. And we've even assisted our clients in these situations. But the biggest difference is, well, there's many big differences, but one of the big differences is we work alongside you and your bank. So we're not telling you, hey, don't talk to your bank, because that just is not key to getting help for sure.
Yeah, we get these calls sometimes, and I've been doing this for over 20 years now. So instead of calling the bank, they would sometimes call me and just ask for like, hey, what do I do next? And sometimes we'll even get on a 3-way call and we'll call the bank together and I'll explain,
Right.
this is what's going on. This is what they need. And then you'll pass you off from there, or just kind of guide you reviewing the contracts. If you do need to do a modification or forbearance, if it's going to be the best fit for you. So yeah, Katie and I are here to guide you on those kind of things as well. But yes, kind of using us as a partner with your current bank to find the best options.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ryan. And as an added door prize for all of you out there, I have a link in the show notes that has several red flags to look out for, tips that you can use to help stay safe out there. Because really and truly, like Ryan said, these things pop up all the time. These scammers pop up all the time, and they're just looking to take advantage. And we do not want you to be taken advantage of.
Absolutely not.
All right. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time. And we're going to talk about another scam coming up next.
Looking for the right home loan can be overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. Hi, I'm Ryan Gilliam, an Arizona native with 20 years of experience helping families find the best mortgage solution for their needs. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or refinancing, I make the process simple, stress-free, and tailored just for you. I help you access better rates, offer guidance tailored to your goals, and make the mortgage approval process easier every step of the way. Your best mortgage starts with the right partner. Let's make your home goals happen. Reach out.